So one important notion that we need to master when it comes to process modeling is the difference between a process model and its process instances, or in other words, the difference between design time and runtime. At design time, we create a single process model, for example, a model of the order-to-cash process. But at runtime, when we execute the corresponding business process within our organization, that model is going to be executed a number of times. And these executions, we call them process instances, or cases, or traces. In the order-to-cash process, we will have one new process instance for each order that we receive. For example, organizations will typically receive hundreds, if not thousands, of orders within a week, meaning that they will spawn hundreds or thousands of instances of a given process model. So let's go back to our order-to-cash process in BPMN, and let's see how we can capture the progress of each process instance. So one simple way of doing that is by playing the so-called tokens game, whereby we use a color dot to represent the progress of a particular process instance throughout the process model. So let's assume that at some point in time we receive an order that we identify uniquely with an ID 1. We assign to this order a token of color green. So how do we indicate now the progress of this instance throughout our BPMN process model? First of all, we need to use a token in the very start event to indicate that the instance has just started. So we draw a token on the start event purchase order received. Now the idea is that tokens cannot be withheld by events, because events are meant to be instantaneous. So as soon as there is a new token in the purchase order received start event, then the token is pushed through to the output arc of this event. So now we have the token that is just in the arc between the start event and activity check stock availability. Then we can push the token through to this activity. And if the token is within the activity, and activities can withhold tokens, that indicates that the activity is currently being performed. So once the activity is completed, the token is at the doorstep of our gateway. And here the token will have to be routed to either of these two branches, the one marked with caption items not in stock and the other marked with caption items in stock. Let's assume that the items for order number 1 are actually in stock, which means that we send the token to the bottom branch of this model, meaning that we are now ready to start activity confirm order. And once we perform that activity, we can move on with the other activities. But as we say, process instances are independent of each other, which means that at any point in time, say while we are confirming order number 1, we may receive a new order, say order number 2, and then we can move the respective token into activity check stock availability, meaning that at the same time within the same organization, we may check stock availability for order number 2 while confirming order number 1, because these instances are independent of each other. And then the instances can progress on their own, meaning that the tokens can flow on their own independently of each other throughout the model. So we may receive yet another order, say order number 3, and as we check stock availability for that order, the other tokens, so the other corresponding process instances, that for order 1 and that for order 2, keep going until they reach an end event. So once we reach the end event destroys the token, meaning that the instance is being completed.